Okay, people. So, as you know, I usually stay away from subtitled films just because, it is a nightmare trying to read. You know what I mean? But I got hit up about this Oscar qualifying short, right? And was persuaded to give it a look, right? So it is miei occhi, otherwise my eyes, right? It is written and directed by Tommaso Acquarone. Um, yeah, wrote and directed it. Also produced it along with Daniela De Sisio and Daniela Segri. It is executive produced by Ezio Landini and line produced by Silvia Carabillo and Sarah Inez Hernandez. Cinematography is Andrea Benjamin Manetti. Massimo Dare edits the film. Andrea Binacci handles production design. Costume design is Angela Capuranano. Um, and the cast, essentially, we just have got um, Ksenia Rappoport. She's the woman in our car, and Geo Farina is our street performer. That's it. Yeah, we don't get names. I don't think we get names. I cannot remember. We may have got names. Oh dear. Um, the gist is this. A woman finds a familiar face whilst driving in the rain and offers him a ride home, a journey that could change their lives forever. Now, this is just a 40-minute feature. Just a 40-minute feature, right? But it is so intriguing, right? Because we have this woman, she's driving and she's on the phone, right? And we just hear her say, "Oh, he's in front of me," right? I recognize those eyes. And then she puts the phone down, right? And we see this guy who's juggling while the cars are parked. And, then he comes, collecting money. And it kind of goes from there. And so we're thinking to ourselves, what is this? She bumps into him and gives him a lift home. And we think, is she a private detective? Like, what's a relative, a friend of the family? Like, what is the gist here? You know? And as they're driving home, they're talking and everything like that. And it's a long journey, and then things get very interesting indeed at the end of this piece, right? It's 20 minutes, as I said, but it conveys so much, right? And I think one of the big things about it is the way it's shot, because the camera essentially, like, it feels like we're on the shoulder, of our driver. So it's very intimate. We're in very close to everything that goes down, which then just seems to heighten those situations. It really brings it to life for the viewer. You think, oh, yeah, I'm in this, you know? It is, yeah, very intense, especially when things, take a turn. Um, it really does, yeah. Whew, it gets serious. It gets serious. And, oh, people, right? We're left on a kind of a cliffhanger. I mean, it is really kind of a cliffhanger, you know? There's no confirmation of anything, but it is, oh, yeah, it leaves you thinking. It definitely leaves you thinking. And I think it also points out uh like hurdles of situations. You know what I mean? It's very difficult because I mean, I feel there's certain things you cannot say when talking about this film because you don't want people to be like, oh, so it's this, or oh, this happens. You know what I mean? You want the viewer to be able to enjoy it for what it is. Um, you know, but yeah, it is artfully handled. And I think you also really believe in the performances from these two people. You know what I mean? They really do bring this to life because it's just them, right? There's someone else on the other end of a phone that we don't hear. There's another street performer who we see but we don't hear from. So it's just these two people carrying this film, and they do definitely a fantastic job. A fantastic job. You do wonder at the start if you're like, okay, so if we're not essentially leaving the car, will it hold you? Will this story be able to keep you interested? And yeah, it definitely does because we're watching everything unfold. We're waiting to find out what these connections, you know what I mean? What are the threads that are bringing these two people together? What is the thing that may go down? There's so many different things when you think about it, where this could have gone. So the fact it went to this place, I mean, it is definitely shocking, as well as the moment things happen, because yeah, you're like, oh, you're definitely not expecting it. So, whew, people, yeah, I can see why there is buzz about this, because it is, yeah, it's an interesting piece. It'd be very interesting to try and find out, you know what I mean, what was behind this. You know what I mean? Like you think, where did this come from? Right? Where did it come from? Like this whole idea, the thought of, this film. But yes, people, if you're at a festival and a mia uchi, aka My Eyes, is screening, you know, I think it's definitely worth checking out, right? Especially if you enjoy, um, one of these short dramas, but it's also, short films. It's just this snapshot of time, and how people can orchestrate a story that's so engaging, that just has you for that short period. And yeah, My Eyes is definitely one of those. So yeah, people, go check it out.